Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning, khush aamdeed, ji ayanu, goeiemorgen, ishbata, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all this morning on a very beautiful and a pleasant Friday morning. This is Shiza Hashmi, of course. As I always say, I love sharing my mornings with you. And especially today, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you're hailing, I have to tell you, if you've been a part of PTV's audiences for a long time, today is a very happy day for all of us because we over here are celebrating the 57th anniversary of PTV network altogether. All these stations actually, now that we have more than 17, started actually existing in 64 last century. Can you imagine that? The first ever transmission, and now we're actually down the road where we're HD. Most of the stations, we go in all different areas of Pakistan, and this particular PTV World actually goes in more than 47 countries all around the globe too. So congratulations to PTV and congratulations to Pakistanis for first of all having their own television network and then still having it and such a prosperous one. I really actually have a lot of things to talk about, but before we do move on any further, let's take a look at this a little montage sort of we have made for PTV. Let's take a look and then we come back to discuss further important things.
Became the 17th television broadcasting country in Asia on November 26, 1964, after 17th year of its independence. The world TV journey took place on 26 January 1926 with the first successful experiment of Scottish inventor John Logie Baird at the Royal Institute in London. The late Zaka Durrani was the first person to appear on television, explain the aim and objective of television. Then Tariq Aziz made the first announcement of PTV.
Assalamu alaikum. Pakistan Television Service की जानिब से तारिक अजीज आपसे मुखातिब है.
PTV insignia logo was designed by artist Abdur Rahman. Over the time, PTV broadcasting gradually improved. This year, PTV has been moved to HD broadcasting.
PTV is a very old institution, and we were dealing with analog system, and it was demanding by the time that we should go on HD system. Naturally, it was very, very difficult task, but we started it. And we took our youngster, and Alhamdulillah now we have been converted to HD system.
We converted our whole system and mounting system to LED and LCD. Definitely it is a power efficient setup. It consumes low energy than CRT tubes.
Actually a bigger responsibility, since we have responsibilities of all the VVIP coverages, and we have to keep the system running, taking care of upgradation in a proper way, just to maintain all that professional standard.
The journey of New Dimension is the result of hard working of the workers and engineers associated with esteemed institute. Due to the initiative of current government, the channel has been made power efficient by adopting environmental friendly HD technology. If the determination is on the toes, the impossible can be made possible. PTV HD transmission, another feather in the cap of current government. Shahrukh Shafi, PTV World, Islamabad.
Well, of course, like I said, congratulations to the entire PTV and Pakistan itself. And also, I think this was a very informative report. Thank you so much, my team, for sharing this. But now, ladies and gentlemen, and other great news, absolutely, and I feel like this is definitely not just for Pakistanis, but for a lot of Muslims out there in 6 countries in the world. Why particularly 6? I'll tell you. Because if you're a Muslim and if for the past 2 years you have been wishing to or really wanting to go for to perform either Hajj or Umrah for that matter, it's a great news, first of all, because yes, now the COVID restrictions have been lifted in a way that people can start traveling. I mean, in the first year, Saudi Arabia actually was just allowing its own citizens, but now any and everyone can travel. And the good news over here is actually that Pakistan happens to be one of the 6 countries which now have direct entry into Saudi Arabia, of course, without a 14-day quarantine. Isn't that amazing? Along with Pakistan, of course, there happens to be India, Indonesia, Egypt, and Brazil and Vietnam as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the ministry said that it will continue applying the exemptions issued earlier with regard to quarantine, of course, and it's a good news. The ministry did share on Twitter, social media too. Congratulations to anyone who was planning to visit, and now, without any further delay, you'll just land into Saudi Arabia, and being a Pakistani, you will have a privilege to start performing your, religious rites, Umrah for that matter. Definitely great news that we had to share with our audiences. But on the very same note, I have a sad news as well. And it is really sad. And you know what? I really thought about it. I thought it's a morning show, it's a breakfast show. I really do not want to talk about something sad, but this was something that did touch me. And of course, I mean, I couldn't not talk about it. So do you guys remember this was a few months back when one of the loneliest elephants ever in the world that existed over here in Moksar Zoo in Islamabad, Kavan, was rescued and taken away to its partners in different parts of the world as well? Unfortunately, a similar lonelier animal in Karachi passed away on Wednesday. It was a rare white lion. And ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, of course, I mean, like a lot of other people, I absolutely love lions and tigers. But this particular one was ill for so many days. It had pulmonary tuberculosis, the veterinarian later on told, and unfortunately it passed away after chronic illness. It was 15 years of age, and just looking at the picture of how weak it was, it broke my heart. And at this moment in time, I really want to pledge and really want to vouch for no zoos at all in Pakistan just because of the care that we don't have. If we like the concept of a zoo, it can be an open safari for that matter. Or if we like the concept of a zoo, it can be a conservatory for that matter, where a lot of medical care is present for all the animals, so that along with our entertainment, we can provide them a quality of life. So really, really, my heart goes out to anyone in pain, of course, but this particular story really made me talk about it. And there are people who are doing a lot of things about this story, first of all, but a lot of other issues that stand within Pakistan. I think we need to talk to those people particularly to ask what the real issues are in real time, what the people of Pakistan are facing, the public specifically, and the people who don't have a voice or a platform. The good thing is this government actually gathered some youth from different parts of the country, made a youth council. We have definitely spoken about it before, but today we're going to be in conversation with one of the members of the youth council who's going to let us know how the work is, or the labor is divided among those people, of course, of the members of the youth council itself, and how are they making sure that they bring all the relevant voices to the table and make sure that they're heard as well. So without any further ado, let me be introducing my very apt guest over here, who happens to be, like I said, member of National Youth Council. He also happens to be an entrepreneur, and I want to say an entrepreneur trainee as well, because he definitely has some amazing tips to share for all of the young ones out there. He happens to be Mr. Athar Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, Athar. Welcome back.
Walaikum assalam. I'm delighted to be part of the 57 celebrations of this PTV.
It is definitely an honor for us as well. And well, once again, best of wishes to PTV too. So since the last time you came here, what is the Youth Council doing?
So if I sum it up for all the people who are watching and for people who don't know about the National Youth Council. So back in the days when the government came, and they were more focused on how to develop the youth of Pakistan.
Yes.
And they developed this National Youth Development Framework, NYDF. Now, they came along with the national and international experts. They focused on the issues faced by the youth of Pakistan, and they devised 6 thematic areas on which they are going to work on. Now, there was employment and economic empowerment, civic engagement, media protection, social protection, then the marginalized youth, and the health and well-being. Now, in these 6 thematic areas, they have, I guess, so far done a great work when it comes to the policy reforms.
Now, let's take on it one by one, because for all the people out there, I want it to be a clearer topic of discussion. When we look at a country, which is a developing one, of course, with a population that is never going to stop, everyday increase in population, we have more than 60% of our population that is just in the youth age bracket. Imagine wasting more than 60% of your population. Of course, no one wants that. So just to sort of manage that potential and the bulge as well and direct them in a better way, the government is taking steps. This particular youth council happens to be one of those steps, and the areas that you identify. Which one do you fall under, or which one particularly are you focusing on?
So I'm more focused on the employment and economic empowerment. And the reason is that my own forte has been in the startup and entrepreneurship sector. So back in the days when I graduated from an engineering university,
Yes, yes, go on.
so I started my own startup. And now I exactly know the challenges or I would say the opportunities that are available in the startup sector. And for engineers or the tech people, how can they hit that problems and come up with the practical solution. Now, while we are going through this complete process, we face our own challenges. Let alone the entrepreneurship, we have to deal with the other challenges as well. And given that when it comes to women entrepreneurship, so women have their own challenges and they have to face them. So as a youth council, we are coming up with the policies or some services that all the entrepreneurs, whether he or she or any trans, they can come up with ideas and the government or the whole institution supports them in creating that idea or turning that idea into a practical startup.
Brilliant.
So that
And
is
this
what
is
we
just
are doing.
amazing. So tell me, is it a gender-based quota that you will be making as well, or is this just open to anyone who's willing to, just be an entrepreneur?
Perfect. So if we talk about the different communities or the minorities that we have in Pakistan, so we have overall focused on the minorities as well as the majorities as well. So these employment and economic empowerment policies, or I would say the first thing that we are working on is the employment policy for the next 3 to 5 years. And this policy will help in the empowerment of Pakistan for the next 5 years. And the main reason to this is how we can convert this 68% of youth into an asset rather than turning it into a liability. And for that, we need to plan in advance.
Athar, but on a very honest note, of course, I want you to be fair to the question as well. I need water, my team, please, I do. Do you think this government, because you're talking about plans which are 3 to 5 years long, and there's going to be an election soon, before the 3 to 5 years, right? Do you think the Youth Council is a thing which is apolitical or should be apolitical?
So this is a very good question, and this is what we get the most. We the 33 members get the most.
Yeah.
If I sincerely talk about this, we the members of the National Youth Council, we don't want to be politicized.
Brilliant.
We want
you
to be
don't want to be associated with any
Yes.
party. That is great.
We want to be a council that works for the youth of Pakistan, works on their problems, and we bring their problems to the power corridors.
Brilliant.
Be it any government, any party, this council will work for them. And to achieve this vision, we have this institutionalization group in our thematic area as well. So he's working on this complete idea of how this National Youth Council can be a separate body or any body that works only for the youth of Pakistan and not for any political reasons. So we, the 33 members, face this question a lot, and we will ensure that this council is not politicized and it works specifically for the youth of Pakistan and by the youth of Pakistan.
Well, that is brilliant. And of course, the motto that you've said now, I really wish and hope, of course, that you guys succeed. How is this different, or how would you say this can be different from all the other youth councils, youth parliaments that have existed, or student councils for that matter?
So if I sum this up, or if I see or look at this from a holistic approach, we have different privately run youth councils in Pakistan. We have youth parliaments, we have youth assemblies, we have private organizations who are working for the youth. The thing that we need to understand, or all the youth understand, is if we work collectively, because we all have our own agenda, uplifting the youth of Pakistan, whether it be a government-run platform, a private-run platform, or a national-run platform. If we all work together, we collectively reach out to each other. In this world of digital marketing and social media, it's very easy to connect with all the members. So I believe the only approach to all these youth councils is working together and not working in silos. What usually happens is that organizations are doing great work. They have done a lot of research and a lot of work and hours goes into that policy that they want to recommend to the government, but mostly we are working in silos. We don't reach out to the people. So the things I believe that will work for us or all the youth councils that are present is working together, working collectively. And I mainly use this word of growth mindset. So this mindset is basically the thing that we need to promote, we need to work together, and then somehow we will be able to collectively achieve what we really want.
And I totally agree with that. And you very brilliantly explained as well, Athar. Ladies and gentlemen, I want Athar to give out some entrepreneurship tips as well. But after this very short break, so stay tuned, please. Good morning. Welcome back to Well This Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope that you guys are having an amazing and a very learned morning with me over here. We have with us a member of the National Youth Council, Athar Ahmed, who's letting us know what part is he playing in making the youth of Pakistan an asset rather than a liability. So Athar, you happen to have, mashallah, your own businesses as well, startups, and which is why you're perfect to talk about it, because you have an experience on your sleeve. Let's talk about your essay solutions. It's one of the newest things you're working on. And then Startup PK, because you're also connecting a lot of Pakistani entrepreneurs. Let me know about all of them, please.
Perfect. So when it comes to startup and being an entrepreneur, so it's all about a mindset.
Yes.
You need
true.
to have that mindset where you can go on and get on things, or simply put, you need to have a go-getter attitude. So startup.pk was a platform that helped the startups and is helping the startups to empower them, to uplift them in the form of providing them services, different consultancies, and different mentorship sessions. Now, when I went to the startup.pk as a lead, I get to experience by interviewing all these founders. And when I was interviewing them, so I used to ask them the questions that were my fear. So for instance, I had this fear of, what if my startup fails? And I used to ask these questions from the founders in form of the interviews. And somehow after these 2.5 years, I got all the experience and the knowledge that will help me to found my own startup. And that is how, to be an entrepreneur or startup, you need to know what's inside the ocean.
That is
what's
true, yes.
inside.
To be prepared for what's coming.
Yes.
But a lot of people, like you did mention, Athar, you had experience and you learned from your lessons as well. You were open-minded about it. But a lot of people have this solid fear of not getting into something that they're not sure about. They want to own a business. They want to do something with the savings that they have, but they just have this huge fear. So along with the fear, I want you to tell me what are some of the most common issues that people might have, the youth might have, in becoming an entrepreneur.
Wonderful, and this is a very good question that the youth needs to know, someone who has just graduated or just about to start up. The first thing that comes to mind is the insecurity of not being able to run your own startup successfully. So we have our own criteria of success. We want our startup to reach to heights in 1 year, which is not possible.
It's not
You
a
have
fairy
to be,
tale.
yes, we have to be realistic. And to be realistic, we need to go through some programs. So for instance, the two important things that are in a startup is the financial memorandum and the information memorandum.
Okay.
So the information memorandum is basically a Word document or a document that highlights all your business information. And the founder has to go on a long research to prepare that document. So that could be a 5 to 6 page document, or it can be a 50-page document.
All right.
But this purpose, the purpose of this document is to have a complete idea of the background, the target that is going to hit, and the services or the products. And then the second thing that comes into play when we talk about startup is the financial memorandum.
Yes,
So
I
it
think the
gives
more
us-
important one.
Exactly.
Right.
So we need to know, like, from where the money is coming in, from where our clients are coming in, how are we going to invest, the expenses, the monthly expenses. So that financial memorandum gives us a financial snapshot of the whole 5 years in progress.
Right.
And once we have that financial memorandum, so we are more, I would say, satisfied with where we are heading. So for instance, I had this complete Excel document in my startup. And whenever I incur some monthly expenses, so I just update it, and now I have a clear idea that, okay, my runway is for the next 3 months or 6 months or 9 months. And that helps me in pushing myself to get more clients or get more services, provide my products to more people.
That is absolutely brilliant. And you know, this is the type of expertise actually the youth needs, because like I already said, you are the one experienced, and experience is actually another teacher on a whole different level as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the good thing is that I'm noticing over here, it's sort of a trend as well. I think the COVID or the pandemic was a blessing in disguise, because unfortunately, while a lot of people were getting laid off or, you know, were losing their jobs or were unable to just, you know, be at work for some reason, a lot of them got the idea of starting their own businesses. And the good part is, Athar, and I think you will agree with me, it doesn't have to be huge. You don't have to have industries of factories overnight to actually be a businessman or business owner for that matter. A lot of people from my age, even my juniors, you know, they started online stuff, for example, baking, yes, for example, making clothes as well. Even 5 products they have in their line or in their brand, but I'm so happy for them because they're doing something for their own.
Exactly.
So there's a shift. Everyone wants to be their own boss. And it was a promise. It was one of the promises of PTI as well, and I absolutely loved it. That they're going to make sure to make a conducive environment for businesses to run in Pakistan for even the youth. Honest answers over here. Do you think Pakistan right now is offering a conducive environment for businesses to start?
So if I submit from my perspective and adding all the initiatives, so in the 2021 we have received the largest investments in our startups. It's $400+ million.
That's good
in
news.
the Pakistani startups.
Yeah.
And when we talk about the environment, the startup ecosystem of Pakistan is towards maturity. Like if we talk back 10 years, Indonesia had the same thing, and they evolved through it. Whenever we talk about investors, so investors, they have 2 reasons when they are investing in a company. Mainly the outside investors or anyone who is putting their money, they need to look at 2 things when they are investing in any country. The first thing is the population growth or the population dividend of the country. And that is if the people are young enough or not. We have 68% young population. So the investors are coming in. The second reason is how these young individuals are nurturing their ideas or how they are sourcing their ideas.
Right.
And currently in Pakistan, the creativity, the innovation, different outside players are coming in. The youngsters are Googling all the things. Youngsters are coming up with innovative ideas. Many are innovating the problems that were not hit before.
That's
so
true,
people are
yes.
coming up with innovative ideas. So overall, the environment is getting towards more mature. People are investing money in it. and eventually soon we will have a unicorn from Pakistan. Unicorn is basically a $1 billion startup, and with the ongoing environment, with all the mentors coming in, the Pakistani-based people are in the outside countries are coming in to give back. So I believe whether this government is doing all the things or not, the people, the entrepreneurs will make a conducive environment for themselves and they will succeed.
That is a brilliant and a very diplomatic answer as well. But thank you so much for being with us, Athar Ahmed. You are definitely amazing, which is why you are a part of the Youth Council as well. And I think it is youth like you who we definitely need to bring forward so that the voices of those people can be heard who don't have a platform or who don't have a voice even in this age. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there are still some unfortunate people out there whose voices need to be heard. On this note, we are definitely headed to a short break, but when we come back, I actually want to do some celebrations for the 57th anniversary of PTV. So this is going to be really exciting. Why don't you go grab your cup of coffee or chai for that matter? We'll be back within a minute. Stay tuned. Good morning. This morning, we are definitely going to have a very exciting and amazing segment because we are celebrating the 57th anniversary of PTV Network altogether. We're definitely really ecstatic about that. This is going to be a musical segment. I know we cannot hold our horses anymore. We're really excited. But before that, before we actually start singing and start enjoying the anniversary of PTV, I want to take a look at this report with you guys, a journey of PTV altogether. Let's do this.
With meager resources but rich talent and determination by its founding members, Pakistan Television, despite its humble beginnings, captivated its audience, not just in Pakistan but beyond borders as well. The idea of a TV channel for Pakistanis was born in the 50s as the state decided to step into the realm of TV broadcasting. In early 60s, the Ministry of Information, in collaboration with Japan's Nippon Electric Company, decided to launch Pakistan Television, or PTV. The project began with a tent on the backlot of Radio Pakistan Lahore, where a transmission tower and a studio were constructed. And on November 26, 1964, PTV beamed its first transmission in black and white from Lahore.
ख़वातीन और हज़रात, आज जुमेरात है और नवंबर की 26 तारीख। आज का यादगार दिन पाकिस्तान में टेलीविजन के हवाले से एक तारीख साज दिन है। आज वो दिन है पाकिस्तान टेलीविजन अपनी नशरियात का आगाज कर रहा है।
The project, which started in a makeshift studio in Lahore, reached epitome during the decades of 70s and 80s. In between these years, PTV established its centers in Islamabad and Karachi in 1967 and in Peshawar and Quetta in 1974. Originally broadcast in black and white, PTV began color transmission in 1976. With this new upgrade in techniques and equipment, the Pakistan Television Academy was established in 1987. By this time, PTV transmission covered almost entirety of Pakistan. In 1992, PTV began its second TV channel, PTV2, and it was also Pakistan's first ever satellite network. It was the first Pakistani channel to pop up on Asian, African, and Australian airwaves. In 1993-94, PTV1 joined the satellite beam. In 1998, PTV2 was renamed PTV World, and in 1999, it became digital media on satellite. PTV extended its broadcasting zone to Europe and then to North America. In January 2013, PTV World was relaunched as Pakistan's only English channel. PTV Sports was launched a year prior in January 2012. Today, the bouquet of PTV network consists of 9 TV channels, which includes PTV Home, PTV News, PTV World, PTV Sports, PTV Global, PTV Bolan, PTV National, PTV Parliament, and AJK TV. In today's world of competitiveness, PTV has come a long way. The greatest contribution of Pakistan Television remains its core values of being a family channel which caters to the needs of its viewers. Apart from hundreds of people that remain on screen to entertain and update you, there are thousands of unsung heroes behind the cameras working round the clock for you.
Well, definitely the responsibility of the state TV channel working around the clock for you, regardless of where you live, because of course, it doesn't matter if you can have access to cable or not, PTV is going to reach to you in your cities, in your villages, in your suburbs, everywhere, and even outside Pakistan. Well, to celebrate the presence of PTV altogether and to celebrate the right kind of information through the state channel, we are going to make this segment into a musical one, like I already promised you guys. So for all of you who have stayed tuned actually to listen to all the songs, this is the time. Let me be introducing my very favorite singers over here that I have. Most of them have been on the show before, and we absolutely love listening to them. They belong to, of course, classical backgrounds themselves and such learned musicians. It's just amazing. First of all, we happen to have someone who is a singer, yes, just recently going to launch a new track. The audio is out, the video is yet to be here. Osama Hashmi, Assalamu alaikum, welcome back.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am, how are you?
I'm very great. Congratulations on the new track.
Thanks a lot. Basically, we are preparing for the video, and
Yes.
audio's, definitely recorded. And I feel that this would be a new horizon in the music industry, because this is a Sufi track, but it is regarding having Western beats, some folk touch. So it will be
a
really-
Western Sufi mix.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really nice.
definitely.
Next to Sama, we have someone who happens to be a singer as well as a guitarist. He's none other than Khubaib Sen. Assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much.
How are you, Khubaib?
I'm fine.
And next to Khubaib, we have someone again who happens to be a singer. So what I'm telling you is we're going to have a lot of songs just in these packed 10 minutes, I promise you. He is Mehdi Raza. Assalamu alaikum, Mehdi.
Walaikum
Welcome.
salam.
Okay, so gentlemen, as you know, this happens to be the anniversary of PTV. Congratulations to all of you, because we love celebrating this day. Pakistan loves celebrating this day. So which one of you is going to start us off and, sort of dedicate something to PTV? Osama, should we start
yeah,
with you?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
let's
would
do
like to
it.
sing a song. This is Vol Hamid.
Khubaib is going to do the music for you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
सागर की गहराई से गहरा है अपना प्यार, सहराओं की इन घटाओं में कैसे आएगी बहार, कहीं से ये घटाई गमों की रुत संग लाई, खफा हो गए हम, जुदा हो गए हम, वो लम्हे वो बातें कोई न जाने, थी कैसी रातें हो बरसातें, वो भीगी भीगी यादें, वो भीगी भीगी यादें, ना मैं जानूं ना तू जाने, कैसा है ये मौसम कोई न जाने, कहीं से ये घटाई फजाएं खाली क्यों छाई, खफा हो गए हम, जुदा हो गए हम, वो लम्हे वो बातें कोई न जाने, थी कैसी रातें हो बरसातें, वो भीगी भीगी यादें, वो भीगी भीगी यादें.
Very nice. This was absolutely amazing. And I think you have a thing actually. Whenever you come, you have a mashup sort of prepared, hai na? You
Definitely.
like mixing things. So this was a very Atif Aslam mashup as well. Is he one of your inspirations, I would ask? Or who is the one person that you still look up to? Because now you're a singer yourself, mashallah.
Obviously, I've told you before in my first show that I have an inspiration from Sufi musicians, right? And I really like to sing songs of Mehdi Sahab,
Oh wow,
Mr. Saab,
beautiful.
Shafkat Sahab. And as far as pop singers are concerned, we have to be versatile in the music industry. So we are getting to step into the music industry. We have some new things to be in. I like, for example, you are singing Sufi tracks. You must have also some collection for the pop singing, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
I mean, you have to cater to the market as well.
yeah, definitely. So this is how you are going to step into the market and have some place into the market as a singer. So because I know that in Pakistan it's very difficult to strive. I mean, to flourish yourself.
Yes.
So if you are versatile, you are good.
That is true. Absolutely true. And you are definitely good. So Khubaib, I think I'm going to request you, if you have a song prepared, can you please listen to it?
नियत भर न जाए कहीं, नियत शो भर न जाए कहीं तो भी दिल से उतर न जाए कहीं नियते शो भर न जाए कहीं आज देखा है तुझको देर के बाद आज देखा है तुझको देर के बाद आज का दिन गुजर न जाए कहीं तो बेदिल से उतर न जाए कहीं नियते शो भर न जाए कहीं.
Thank you. This was so nice, Khubaib. And this is one of the, I think, mellow melodies that a lot of people start their day with, है ना? ये driving की playlist में अक्सर इस तरह के गाने होते हैं. Very nice. Mehdi Raza, are you ready for your performance?
Yeah, I'm
All
ready.
right, let's do it. I like it. One after one, another ready. Perfect.
काली काली जुल्फों के फंदे न डालो हमें जिंदा रहने दो ए हुस्न वालो काली काली जुल्फों के फंदे न डालो हमें जिंदा रहने दो ए हुस्न वालो काली काली जुल्फों के फंदे न डालो हमें जिंदा रहने दो ए हुस्न वालो काली काली जुल्फों के न छेड़ो हमें हम सताए हुए हैं न छेड़ो हमें हम सताए हुए हैं बहुत जख्म सीने पे खाए हुए हैं बहुत जख्म सीने पे खाए हुए हैं सितमगर हो तुम खूब पहचानते हैं तुम्हारी अदाओं को हम जानते हैं दगाबाज हो तुम सितम डालने वाले दगाबाज हो तुम सितम डालने वाले फरेबे मोहब्बत में उलझाने वाले ये रंगी कहानी तुम्ही को मुबारक तुम्हारी जवानी तुम्ही को मुबारक हमारी तरफ से निगाहें हटा लो हमें जिंदा रहने दो ए हुस्न वालो काली काली जुल्फों के फंदे न डालो हमें जिंदा रहने दो ए हुस्न वालो काली काली जुल्फों के फंदे न डालो हमें जिंदा रहने दो ए हुस्न वालो काली काली जुल्फों के फंदे न डालो हमें जिंदा रहने दो ए हुस्न वालो.
Super, Mehdi Raza. This was so nice, mashallah, amazing. And of course, your music, well, it couldn't be complete without your music. Gentlemen, I want to thank you, but of course, towards the end, I want all of you to sing something together for PTV. Ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely about to wrap this show up, but throughout the day, we're going to have some amazing content regarding the anniversary of PTV itself. Within a few minutes, you will be listening to the latest news as well. Till the next time, I want you all to take care. I'll see you on Monday, same time, inshallah. Remember me and my entire team in your prayers. Juma Mubarak, take care. All right, gentlemen, take it away, please.
Laiya, laiya.
Which one are we listening to?
Laiya, laiya, main tere naal
Oh,
dhoondna.
super. How beautiful is that?
Oh, laiya, laiya. Oh, laiya, laiya. Oh, laiya, laiya.